Yeah, so please tell me about yourself.
Sure. Mm, mm, Thanks for this opportunity. Myself, Mohan Krishna. I have total 5 years of experience. Currently, I'm working in Cognizant.
Mhm.
It's like in my current project, I'm working for the Mastercard. We are
Mhm.
basically using the real-time payment APIs, which will support as we have in India, PhonePe and Paytm. This is those kind of APIs only we are developing. In
Mhm.
the stack, we are using Spring integration and Spring Boot with Java 8.
Mhm.
It's basically like a two-layered application. One layer is of orchestration and second layer is of the core layer.
Okay.
Basically, what happened is like whenever the request is coming to the our system, I could say there is one platform, payment gateway platform, Zap.
Mhm.
Once it is getting the request from there, it will call our APIs.
Mhm.
The there is orchestration layer is like where it will do all the validations. I could say schema validations, structure verification, signature verifications, and for security we are using the JWT token validation.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
the request is passing through all these stages, then only the request will be moving to the core layer. In the core layer, it will is like main business or functionality, whatever is will be performing in the core layer only.
Okay.
In
Okay. Okay. So now we'll come with the technical question related to Java. So, so what kind of version in Java used
Where is Java 8?
Java 8 and Spring Framework,
Yeah, it's a Spring Boot.
Spring Boot. Okay. So, you have worked on microservices as well?
Yeah, microservices.
Okay, okay. Because of I'm not seeing in your profile, that's why I asked you. Okay. So, in as per your technical skill, here is mention variable. So, what is variables?
Sorry?
Variables.
Variable? Sorry?
No, you have mentioned in technical skill in your profile, core Java, variable, method, oops, concept, spring. So just I am coming with the one by one.
Okay.
So what is variables?
The variables are something like once we will declare the variable, once we will assigning the values, we will use that variable wherever. It's like a just piece of I could say a piece of memory which will store some values into it.
Mm-hmm.
We will
Okay,
make it. Yeah.
okay. So methods, right?
Yeah. Method is
So
basically.
what is objective of making method? These things I want to check.
Yeah. A method is something like it will perform some particular kind of behavior it will perform. We
Mm-hmm.
mention like set of statements to perform one particular I could say my behavior or business. It
Mm-hmm.
will perform that. It's like we will return once, and
Mm-hmm.
if we use multiple times wherever we want to use that behavior, we will use it.
Okay, okay. So what are the OOPS concept?
Yeah, OOPS concepts we have actually four. One
Mm-hmm.
is inheritance, polymorphism,
Mm-hmm.
and encapsulation.
Mm-hmm. And abstraction.
Action, yeah.
So, are you aware about so what things about encapsulation and abstraction in real world in programming term?
Mm, it's like encapsulation is something that instead of we are directly giving the access to the outer worlds to update our data. It's like whatever the data members we have, we will
Hmm.
give them we'll provide them that getters and setter methods to make use of.
I will tell you encapsulation. What is definition? I will tell you
Okay.
definition of encapsulation
It's like wrapping the data members into
into single unit.
single unit.
So, unit is a real time or any blueprint.
It's a real time object.
Real time object means you are binding data and method into single unit.
Single
Okay.
unit. Yeah.
suppose if you have a class, that class if you are creating object, so that variable and method will be automatically encapsulate, bind, inside the object. That is the encapsulation, simple definition.
Okay.
You are telling not happen.
Okay.
But you told clearly outside access. So outside access in the term of encapsulation, abstraction. If
Then
you
is it
have bound method and variable, if you want to access outside without access with hiding the complexity of behavior, that called be abstraction,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. So now you are aware about polymorphism, right?
Yeah.
So polymorphism, what way of polymorphism in Java?
It's like we have two types of polymorphism. One is like runtime polymorphism and other one is like compile time polymorphism.
So what is the compile time polymorphism?
It's like if I have the overloaded methods
Hmm.
according to the it's like firstly overloaded
No,
means
yeah, no agitate. You just give answer without any agitation. I think I have given answer, so that's why you are feeling I am something maybe mistake. No, don't worry. You give answer properly
okay, sure.
without any agitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool and without load any kind of thinking. You just give answer.
Okay.
Hmm.
And also I will request one thing. Can you go on mute here in the video? But I'm getting some bit of echo from there and in the phone both.
So my call is coming from video also, right? Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Hmm.
Hmm. Basically, compile-type polymorphism is something that when we have the overloaded methods,
Hmm.
at the time of compilation only, the binding will happen. It's like
Hmm.
method to implementation.
Hmm.
It's happen according to the whatever the arguments we are passing. According to the arguments, it will bind it. In case of runtime polymorphism, according to the object, it will bind it.
Hmm. Runtime polymorphism.
Yeah.
So runtime polymorphism is a part of overriding or any other things?
Is part of overriding. We need to override it, but
Okay,
to
so I will ask one question related programmatically. You give the answer.
okay,
For example, you have a class.
okay,
Inside a class, have a method. Any method you can say. I'm just putting as a public void hello. Okay.
okay, okay,
Here I'm printing hello system out dot println. So
okay,
method modifier is a private. Okay.
okay,
And I'm creating one more class B extend class A. Okay.
okay,
So inside I am writing, suppose super class A, here you have written private void hello. Okay. Method.
okay,
And I want to write in drive class as a public void hello.
okay,
System out dot println subclass hello.
okay.
Okay. So in that scenario, overriding will happen.
Now, basically, for private method, we cannot override, and also we can't call it from the subclass method.
Okay. So means it will be run and compile, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So just now moving in next question. Uh, String, right?
Yeah.
So how many way can be created? That scenario I am trying to uh, uh, validate with equal operator. So what will return?
If we equal operator, it will return the false
Why?
because what do you call lowercase we are using and uppercase we are using. Both are different strings.
Okay. 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 So now moving on arrays. So array, basically, suppose if you have array,
Yeah.
okay, array list, for example, a in parenthesis open and close,
Okay.
okay, and here I am curly braces using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the our array string, array int, okay.
Okay.
So I want to convert into array list. So what you will apply?
Array to array list.
Yeah,
Mm,
you have all choice.
okay. It's like arrays dot as list. I will pass the array. It's like a whichever array we have defined.
Any other things, other concept you have instead of this?
That.
If I am telling you just you add this array string, okay, into list, so what you will do that?
Mm, simply I want to do it to from array to string, array to list. I
Hmm.
can use the streams also.
So what use?
Streams.
No. I'm just asking simple thing. Just to iterate by using for loop and you add
Okay,
list,
that also.
array list.
Yeah. But as we have this streams concept, right, we can directly collect it to list.
Okay. So now I come in a stream. So what are the basic features are added in Java 8?
Basically, in Java 8, we have the for each of the iterators, and
Hmm.
also we have static and default methods in the
Hmm.
function in the interfaces.
Hmm.
Mm, we have the functional interfaces concept and lambda expressions,
Hmm.
and also we have the stream APIs,
Hmm.
and we have daytime APIs improvement,
Hmm.
and we
Okay.
have
Okay. So suppose we have a one list. Okay. Array list.
okay,
Have a duplicate element.
okay.
I want to remove duplicate element by using Java 8.
Okay.
So how do you write code in one line?
One line.
By
Basically,
using Stream API.
yeah, stream APIs.
Yeah.
Basically, what I will do is I will use the filter method and I will try to add the list of, it's like what do we call? I'll try to loop over it with the filter method by using the lambda expressions and adding the each element into the what do you call, with each element into the set with. Can I write and show it in the chart?
Yeah, if you send me in chat, so not a problem.
Okay, I'm just writing and sending it in the chat.
No, suppose you don't want to use set. So what you will do that?
Without set. Mm, set how we can-
Because of I'm asking use Stream API. So you have any distinct method or anything else
Basically,
in
distinct.
Stream API?
Yeah, but actually, I've never used it the distinct method. That's why I'm going with the set. But I heard about the distinct method to eliminate the duplicate values.
Dot collectors dot collect.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
You aware about this?
Yeah, I am aware.
Okay. Okay. So just now moving in exception.
Okay.
So what type of exceptions occur if you
Yeah,
are writing code?
yeah, it's like basically two kind of exceptions may happen. One is like a checked exception, other one is the unchecked exception.
Mm,
Checked exception is something that due to the invalid input.
mm,
If I try to access one file from one location, if that file is not present, it will throw the exception, right? File not found exception.
mm,
For this kind of exceptions, at the time of compilation only, compiler will look for the handler.
mm.
Mm, we have to throw the exception, otherwise at least we need to catch it with a try class block.
Yeah, suppose I will tell you don't use exception if you writing code in Java 8. Okay.
Okay.
So in Java 8, how do you handle?
Without exception.
Without exception, try, catch. You aware about optional class?
Optional class is I'm not fully used about it. It's like wherever I have used is like for checking the nullability of the object, whether the object is present, is nullable, is present. Those kind of features only I have used. This
Yeah.
optionality feature.
Yeah, in Java 8, in Java 8, most probably we are using optional class. Okay. If you are writing any program
Okay.
through the Java 8, because of Java 8 is a if you using Java 8, so this is the any code you want to write in functional manner. Because of
Yes.
Java provide a functional way of writing the code.
Yeah, with the lambda expressions.
With using lambda expression or without using lambda expression.
Okay.
Because of if you are using Steam API, so here you don't need to some predicate or something use arrow or something based on this you can utilize it.
Okay.
In collection frame, you have what kind of design pattern you have used?
Mm, design pat is a creation design pattern or application which is for them.
Application, for example, if you are writing core Java, so core Java concept because of everything you write through the core, right?
For
So you making some design pattern concept.
it's like we have singleton, sorry, creational design patterns. In that one, we have singleton,
Mm,
factory, prototype.
mm. Any other one?
Mm, other than
Builder,
sorry,
builder, builder factory.
mm, I just read somewhere. It's like not fully
No,
sure.
because of why I'm asking, here have some requirement need to compulsory design pattern. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
So, what kind of tool you use during development of the project? How do you get tasks, bugs? You
Actually, we
using any tool?
rally board.
Rally board and Jira.
No Jira. I have some idea. Like I feel
Okay,
a
okay.
bit.
Rally means you are using version tool, right?
Sorry,
Version tool,
Git where is Bitbucket actually basically. Yeah.
Bitbucket, right? Okay, okay. So in collection framework, what is difference between uh, concurrency hash map and hash map?
Concurrency. Yeah. This concurrency hash map is like what we'll call all the retrieval methods are not thread safe, but when it comes to the persisting methods, they are like thread safe.
Hmm. Persistent method means
It's like whichever methods we will going to we use to update the data in the database,
hmm.
methods will be thread safe methods.
So,
The
but I am asking about concurrency and hash map? What is difference?
Is the difference between concurrent hash map and hash map or anything else?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. Same.
That's what in concurrent hash map, these whatever the retrieval methods are not thread safe, but
Mm.
whatever the methods we will use to persist the data, those are thread safe methods. When it comes to the hash map, those methods are not thread safe.
No. This is not a answer proper because of uh, if you use concurrency hash map, it will provide a segment or something. If any thread are accessing the uh, uh, object of map, so it will take certain portion of uh, that object from through the concurrent hash map, and the hash map will take the whole object during the accessing of any thread. So if you use concurrent hash map, so if you want to modify anything else, it will happen, succeed. And same time, if you are updating inside the hash map, it will throw the concurrent modification exception.
Yeah,
You aware about this?
yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So this is the main difference. Why? Because of two threads are accessing the concurrent hash map, it will provide a certain portion of whatever you have put it. Just take it only. And 3 to another thread will take another certain portion of object from the concurrent hash map. So both, if during that period, if you want to update anything else, so both threads would be accessed successfully without any exceptions. If you same scenario, if you are applying in the hash map, so
It is
it will be because of one thread side take the object of hash map, another thread is trying to get the object of hash map, but during that period you want to modify anything else from the hash map in duration, the processing thread will release concurrent modification exception,
yeah.
right?
Yes,
Because the process is not completely finished. That's why it will give the exception.
yes,
Because of during the execution you have changed
correct,
something, you are trying to update. In that scenario, it will be fail.
correct.
So this is the main difference.
Okay.
And another question I want to ask you related to collection. You aware about tree set.
Yeah, tree set I'm aware.
Inside the tree set have a object ts is equal to new tree set. Okay.
Okay.
Inside the tree set, I want to add null.
It will not allow because
Tree set. Allow. Just to listen.
okay.
Allow, compile and run, everything will get the object of hash map, but during that period you want to modify.
Mm, as per my knowledge, if you try to add any null values, I was not sure whether it will throw the exception or it will take that as object as a null object and
No, you just you keep in mind, null is a discarded object, right?
correct. Yeah,
Tree set would be implemented by ordered set.
order set correct.
So ordered set, if you comparing null and real object, it will compare
Okay,
or not? Not compared. It will throw the null pointer exception,
correct.
right?
Yeah,
But in the same way, if you try to add in hash set, it will run and you will get the exact output, null and ABC.
ABC, correct.
But it will not happen inside the tree set because of this is the ordered set.
Correct.
Order means by default here have a implementation of
Comparable.
compare,
Yeah.
comparable or compare to whatever you think, but it will be sorting.
Yeah.
So during, if you comparing object 1 and object 2, it will give the null pointer exception. This is the main thing. That's why I ask you.
Okay.
So now moving on, another question related to Spring Framework, the Spring Boot, because of you are working on Spring Boot, right?
Correct.
So in Spring Boot, what is the advantage of Spring Boot?
Yeah, in Spring Boot, it's like we can completely eliminate the XML based configurations for the application, and also it's like we will get the ready-made kind of template of the project. We don't need to do all the boiler codings to start up the project. It's like ready-made template. We will get it from there. We can start our development. It will be faster in kind of development.
No, no, no. Suppose if you are telling eliminating the XML based configuration. So if you check in Spring Framework, here also can be used Java 8, Java based configuration.
Correct, but those what I meant to say, those configurations we can eliminate it, right? In Spring Boot, we don't need to do all the configuration.
Hmm.
It's like we get the uh, ready-made template of the project. We can it's like development. We can start early and we can deliver it faster.
So you are aware about what will suppose you have a annotation Spring Boot application, right?
Yeah,
You are aware about this?
yeah, I'm aware about it.
So what are exactly work of this annotation?
It's basically will do the work of at the dot enable auto configuration and
Hmm.
also component scan and configuration.
Hmm.
Combination of all three annotations.
Hmm. 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 So this is the main thing, right? Here and not related to any eliminating XML based configuration or anything. But if you have required, for example, if you want to write a database connection, as making a data source connection, so here definitely you will use to at the rate configuration annotation. Inside you write database connection and restore that transaction manager as well as so all kind of possible activity you can do inside the configuration class,
Correct.
right? So
Yeah.
all thing is that the major thing is that if you are using Spring Boot, so here uh, more advantage compared to Spring Boot, Spring Framework. Here can be make it a jar and var, right? If
Correct.
you want run the jar, so by default, uh, by default, you without need any Tomcat installation or anything else because of embedded have some dependency, startup dependency related to Tomcat, related to some database dependency. Means if you are use one dependency entirely, you get the lot of dependency related to framework.
Correct.
Okay. Startup, JPA, all things. So minimum configuration, maximum output. If you want to make it a WAR file, so it can be do. So this is the main thing about the Spring Boot. Why we are using. Another thing is that it is easy to making any uh, any microservices, any microservices module we want to develop. So it more easy compared to the Spring Framework because of if you have 1000 API, you want to deploy, here need to be a right A1, uh, no, here need to be installation of Tomcat and load balancer, lot of activity need to be required.
Correct.
But if you are going to this Springboard, so you can deploy in cloud, or Eureka server can be used for load balancing, make the discovery registry basis on, you can call the one, you make it a single endpoint and call the multiple API at once time.
Correct.
Same thing can be do through the Spring framework, but main advantage is that we are have a some inbuilt dependency related to Tomcat and other thing. So
Correct.
that is the main advantage of that. Some component need to avoid for scanning or enable configuration, or lot of things can be avoided,
Correct.
right? And here have a by default application dot property. So here no need to for writing uh, any kind of things automatically read out inside the what is key and value, accordingly you can set up inside the configuration.
Correct.
So these are the main advantage about this thing application board. You aware about the profile
Yeah.
annotation?
Correct. Yeah, I'm
What?
aware about.
Yeah.
It's basically we will use the Spring profile as we have the different environments, right?
Mm,
We can define the what is the particular environment name in the application dot properties with Spring dot profiles dot active. If you
mm,
mention the what is the, that environment we want to enable the we want to load, I could say, load
mm,
the profile, we will use that particular environment
mm,
using that updated profiles, and we'll mentioning the environment name, and we'll making it's like we will defining all the things whichever is required
mm,
for that. We want to enable the we want to load, I could say, load
mm,
the profile, we will use that particular environment
mm,
using that updated profiles, and we'll mentioning the environment name, and we'll making it's like we will defining all the things whichever is required
mm,
for that.
mm. So, okay, Krishna, I have completed your interview. If you want anything else, ask to me.
Yeah, it's really good that I just learned so many things that how I could say how